folks, welcome to part 2 of Dragon Age 2. I had to quickly boot up this next recording due to the fact that I wasn't sure so I had to complete the transition between. And by the way, I love the detail they gave the city. Like, this is how you enter the city. This once slave pub. Like, dear God, the colossal of slaves, the pillars to jagged rocks. This would be a bitch to attack. I can only imagine, the structure, the architecture also suggests defense.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? That can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
The level of defense they built around the city.
Are we really surprised? Everyone's fleeing the Blight. Just as we are.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
We're getting into the city, one way or another.
We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
Okay, so we got 10 points in with Evelyn. Now, the ship... Oh, wow. Okay, this is always a problem with video games. The ships are always, much better. Now, mind you, the ship from Star Wars Force Unleashed is also, incredibly notorious for having bad... the cutscene with the
Wesley
one
would have
way.
been horrified to see this. Wesley would have been horrified to see this.
But yeah, that ship was notorious for how it looked in cutscenes, and then on the rare moments when you do see it and other bits, it was just very weirdly done. But look at these. Now maybe I'll have to re-watch the opening cutscene for coming here, because there's the thing. So depending on how deep the ship goes into the water, maybe. But it's just weird. I wouldn't be surprised if it is actually that sized, but again, it looked bigger in the cutscene.
My children say I got to get in.
Also, I do want to change my subtitle settings because I always forget to do it. Should be in audio then. Yep, there we go. Always on.
We need to find your uncle. With any luck, he's received my letter.
So this is where Mother's from. Charming place.
Even these fucking cages. And these statues, I think they're taking Alright, folks, we are back. Sorry about that. I had to quickly reply to some messages there. Alright, so, yeah, this whole, structure just screams defense. No proper windows that we can see, only, arrow slits. Now, could they have increased the defense a little bit more? They could have added the arrow slits on every floor? Yeah, definitely. But dear God, this is intense. And again, and with the flat roof, it does look like I could imagine guards also being stationed on top of these things as well. Alright. Let's
get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it, and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships there.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Tell me, how did your family escape Lothering? Almost everyone who hadn't fled.
My brother. If he wasn't with us, I don't think we'd be here.
But you seem quite skilled as well.
I'm not my brother.
Kirkwall has been sealed and cannot enter.
We need to find your uncle. With any luck,
Wesley would have been horrified to see this.
Like, even this interior. Like, see, even this bit, right? So, basically, let's say an invasion force did manage to get beachhead somehow around here, right? There's no gate here. Even though these holes, I imagine they can drop oil and whatnot. But yeah, so they drop oil, let's say they drop oil, you manage to fight your way through there. You then have this, like, narrow passage where they could just rain down fucking arrows and all. Like, you try and hide here, boom, the ones over there will get you. You try to hide over here, boom. Now, there are no arrow slits on this side, but I can imagine people standing on top. You continue being bombarded, and then you get to here, a portcullis, which only leads into the same type of open area where you can continuously be attacked. So it's like, even if you're here, you can be shot at from the back. You try to move along here, you're being bombarded from above and shot at from arrow slits here and up there. You force your way through this portcullis, same type of holes, which again I must imagine, like back in the days, like they could be opened up to that oil. And I guess there's other rooms on either side there, so that's an arrow slit. You force open this portcullis, which is currently raised. You find yourself here, boom, more portcullises raining down, and these holes raining down more shit. You managed to get through here. You're now in the open area, boom, where archers, like, look at the fucking volume of arrow slits.
We're heroes.
Like, just from there. If an army is invading through, you can imagine archer, like at least one archer at every single window, just firing down, like blindly. Like they're not even if they don't have the greatest of eyesight, they can just aim generally down in this area. And the volume, like, cause like again, boom, up there, and then we have like more docks. You know, it's just. This whole structure is intended to intimidate, break the wills of rebels, and with the sheer volume of seemingly gates of portcullises and archery vantage points, like, you would be very hard pressed. Like, they could easily cordon off rebels. If it was a slave rebellion, they could easily stop them, cordon them off like into these like sections, kill them, move on to the next group. Or if an invading force is trying to force their way in, like, it is very devastating.
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sarah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sarah?
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldans. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
You mean people like us?
Of course. My apologies. My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
I don't need anything.
As you wish, Sarah.
Let's see, is there any is there any interest in exploring? Nothing quite yet.
We're not animals, you can just...
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
One of the guards said you were letting in people who have business in the city.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we've got family here.
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
We came here to speak to our uncle, Gamlen Amel, and we won't leave until we do.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub 2 coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men? Now you meet your maker! Now you fall! One less!
Unbelievable.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
This must be him now.
Leandra! Damn, girl. The years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen!
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen. We came too late. My darling Bethany didn't make it. Drastic guide her.
Oh, make her save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
There are other ways to get into a city.
Sure. That worked real well for those soldiers we fought.
I hate to agree, but there's a reason they housed us in an old prison.
I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us.
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
We're not putting Mother through that. We came here. We're staying here.
What do you mean exactly, Gamlen?
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your brother will have to work off the debt. For a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
We cut down dozens of Darkspawn and an ogre to get here. That has to count for something.
Unless you brought an ogre's head along on the boat, I doubt it. I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Fenril, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
What do you think about this, Carver?
What can I say? Better here than nowhere.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
I never thought I would find myself begging to be allowed back into Kirkwall.
Remember, it's Mirren or Athenril you're looking for. Either of them can help you out.
So, that was your uncle, was it? Good. I thought he was another confidence man trying to sell promises. I don't suppose he has the coin you'll need to get in.
We just helped save your life. Isn't that worth something?
If it were just up to me, I'd let you through. But there are a lot of eyes watching, a lot of palms that need greasing. My suggestion? Wait for a ship and hope the next city hasn't already closed their doors.
No loot from them. there's Antandriel. And Mirren is off in that corner. Mind you, it's been apparently like days, so I wonder. I am curious about.
Did I not?
How long it's been? Like, whereabouts on the game's timeline are we in?
Rattle out here.
Question is Mirren or the smuggler?
Mirren.
Huh. So you're Hawk, the nephew. Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his arse.
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for and keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
All I know is if we join the company, I'm going to start talking like that.
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said you were a mage. We're willing to pay for that.
I didn't realize Gamlen told you that.
You stick with us. You'll be safe. For a year, at least.
My uncle doesn't seem the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlen cheated one of my men at a wallop match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
I'll find some other way into the city.
Let me know how that works out for you.
Remember, it's Mirren or
So tough, but he seems to be nice-ish. There's the smuggler.
Are you a Fenril?
He must be Gamlen's nephew. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
How much exactly?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game. Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me.
Begging and taking your pick never went hand in hand.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
Does everyone know about us?
If the Circle hasn't descended upon you, my guess is no. The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
Yeah, let's go with the smuggler. It makes sense to me considering that smugglers tend to be hidden. They tend to not draw too much attention, at least in terms of renown, whereas the mercenary work could be, more obvious.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Kirkwall, friend of the Templars, so they let him set up his little shop here in the Gallows. We supplied him in return for a piece of the take, but now he won't pay up. We can't go near him without him screaming for the guard, but you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
Okay, looks like we can do bulk quests, I think.
You again. Still too good to work for the Red Iron.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here, waiting for a ship. He sees us coming, he'll run for shore. But he doesn't know you. Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asks why.
Greetings once again, Sirrah. Have you come to trade?
I believe you owe your business partners something.
Oh, I see.
Should I go tell the guards?
Not just yet. I want to hear this. So, Ethenril sent you to collect, did she? Too cowardly to do it herself.
Care to step in here?
Only because this toad deserves it. You have a choice. Pay, or I beat it out of you, and your men.
Hey!
Stay back. Just... take what's in the chest. Take it all. Now I'm getting out of here. Let those guards find someone else to buy Dogland junk.
Do it.
Okay, now that does seem to have locked us out. Yeah, it does. Okay, so once you complete the quest, you're locked out.
It's done.
Will you look at that? Tell your uncle we'll make the arrangements. Welcome aboard.
And now we get the ruined bomb. Oh, they just call it walking bomb now. So, oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Virulent is the upgrade. Right, and with her, we are going to bump her strength, this, and constitution, because she is our tank. Can't take any points in this yet. So we'll upgrade our shield stuff a bit more. Makes her immune to flanking. Yes.
Any luck?
It's done.
I'll speak to Ethenril and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
I guess we did it. We're here to stay, at least for a while.
We'll see what happens when this debt is repaid.
If only Bethany were here with us.
And Wesley.
Let's go. This is only the beginning.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So he remained, paying off his debt, made a name for himself in the underworld. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Kunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
Drosta's tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
Look, we know you're going into the deep roads. You'll need to hire the best, and we're...
No! You're too late. Already done.
The money from this trip could fix everything. You need us. We fought Darkspawn.
Look, Precious. I don't care if you tore the horns off an ogre with your bare hands.
You make him understand. We're running from your bloody Templars.
I'm in charge. You do what I say.
Right, brother.
My brother can be a fool, but he's right about this. We are what you need.
You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
Well, back to waiting for someone to turn us in.
Too many refugees disappear for you to threaten people who could help us.
I know. How long do we work for scum who don't want us around? We need coin, status, something we can shove in that dwarf's face and keep people off our backs. And all I can think of is Uncle Gamlen.
I wouldn't trust him with a silver, but dear Uncle's at least as sleazy as Bertrand.
How's that for a compliment? What else can we do? We're losing ground, and I don't fancy waking up in the gallows.
Hey!
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work. Off you go. How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bertrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would?
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
You're part of Bertrand's venture?
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The Coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawk is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
You must have heard of my brother as well, then.
A little, yes. But it is you they speak most of, Messer.
That figures.
Your brother is certainly welcome to join us by all means, but I'll leave that in your hands.
Oh, I'm going. Without this expedition, we won't last out the year.
He said he didn't need another guard.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bertrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split profits.
My brother is many things, but he is not stupid. Far better to share the profits than be trapped in a tide with 1,000 darkspawn between you and the exit. Trust me, he'll come around.
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you are.
If I had coin to invest, I wouldn't need this job in the first place.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
Come on. The dwarf makes some sense. no offense. Look, you started this, and it's a good idea. Certainly better than ending up in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
There might be nothing down there except darkspawn and rubble. How can you be sure we'll make a profit?
Well, Bartrand isn't grasping at strings. He's operating on some good information. Some of the deep roads are so old, even the dwarves have forgotten them. We just need to get down there. Then Bartrand will lead the way. You and I will be there to handle problems.
What makes you so certain you'll be useful to me?
I know everyone in this city worth knowing. I can help you find the jobs you need, and if you don't need me for that, there's always Bianca.
You named your crossbow?
And why not? She's a beauty. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
In all fairness, I named my lightsaber hilts, so yeah.
What's to stop you from taking my investment and running?
You'll be traveling with the expedition, and I'll be at your side. If I cross you, you'll be the first one to know, and I'll be the last.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
You're asking for a guarantee? I don't know that I can give you one. Look, I know the Templars have been asking questions. How terrible would it be to get out of the city for a while? If this works out, you'll be wealthy enough that the Order won't be able to touch you. You need the coin, and I need your help. We need each other. I can't make it sound better than that.
If this is a trick, you'll pay for it, dwarf.
Wonderful. I'll take that as a yes. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job, and you'll have the money in no time.
Sure, easy. But maybe Aveline's got some bounties out. She joined the city guard, right?
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up. Keep a hand on your coin, Hawk. There are more cut purses in Hightown than in the rest of the city combined.
Right, let's level these guys up and I'll end the video. So this is an even number, which means we're going to lean more on his health and strength as opposed to his stamina. Now currently he's currently our primary warrior, so we are going to level up we're going to give him talent. We want that ability. Now, as for our rogues, we need Dex, Cunning. Yeah, that's our primary two. We're going to rapidly level up his Cunning. Actually, hold on. We need to rapidly level up his Cunning. And the reason for that is we desperately need lockpicking. Hold on. Where is it? Where's lockpicking? Like, there's Mark's ability, there's Bianca. Cunning, all storms, rogues build, absolutely forbidden knocks, and summon traps. The difficulty thresholds every 10 points. Okay, so we only have to level up his Cunning. Okay. No more abilities that rely on it. Okay. So we can't, unfortunately, invest in these abilities yet. So we're going to invest in his base archery. And actually, you know, before we end this video, let's head back to just... Okay, no, we have have to go to an exit point.
Pardon me.
Of course they're going to attack. Everyone knows it. If the Kunari conquer the Free Marches, they will have access to the southern border of the Tevinter Imperium. They'd launch a double-pronged attack from both north and south.
That would take forever.
I don't think the Kunari are much concerned with how long things take.
Now, there are some words I want to have about the Kunari. Because...
You know, Junior, it's eerie how much resemblance there is between you two.
We're brothers. What's eerie about that?
Oh, you thought I meant Hawk. I was talking about Gamlin. Maker, I hate you, dwarf.
Don't bring us to the keep. To bring us to the keep, I wanted access, like the world map. Our friend in the guard. Okay, so we're backing out. There we go. So, okay, we initially first had to go to a place first. So, this is the Kirkwall. We have the Kirkwall Nye. Then we have the Free Marches. So we can't go straight to there. We have to first go to Lowtown. And again, like
you know, Junior, you're looking at this all wrong.
Whatever it is you're about to say, I'm not interested.
I'm a professional younger brother. Trust me, the center of attention's the worst place to be. When things go wrong, and they always do, that's where all the fingers point. Look at any kingdom in Thedas. You've got people who warm thrones, and people nobody sees who do the real work.
So my brother is a king now. Just what he needed.
Point, missing it. Oh well.
So yeah, we have these shops here.
Make her turn his gaze on you, child.
But see, like, even in these poor areas, like, it's like all the structures are built with this defensive thing in mind. So, up here, into our home.
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter, their eldest.
No.
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
City life not agreeing with you?
He just needs to get out more. Don't you, boy?
We might soon have need for a war dog.
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlin, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember.
Now, I named the dog in Dragon Age Origins after my eldest dog. So, we're going to name this one after the next largest dog. So we'll name this after my other dog, Rambo, who when he was before we got him snipped, was quite aggressive.
I'll let you sleep.
So, here's the thing, folks. This is something that they did. So, basically, you have things involving the DLC. So, the Memento of Mark the Assassin, that is the DLC involving Mark the Assassin. And then this one is for the Legacy DLC. I'm gonna try and look up when's the best time to actually start these quest lines, but then all these little chests are for item packs, and same goes for here. So we can pick all them up. Oh yeah, inventories. So let's see here. Smuggler robes and things. Enemies drop better equipment. Okay, I was not aware of that. Unfortunately, I picked up, it seems, all like a bunch of stuff that is not really suited for my character. Is there not a family storage container? There is. So I need to pick out a two-handed weapon. What's the icon for two-handed weapons? I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so two-handed, 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 two-handed. So these are all two-handed. So, okay, we'll first leave. I don't have Evelyn yet, so unfortunately... Okay, let's see here. Extra health, extra chance to avoid knockback. So, Hadar's Razor. I think this is a reference to what's the game called? Dead Space. But here's the next sword, Blade of the Archon. Now, it deals 4 extra damage per second. It has a few more abilities, but it has no enchantment slot. Let's see, +2 to strength, +5 critical chance, +5 attack speed, damage versus demons and undead. Okay, that looks like it's a reference to Bleach. I'm gonna have to look that up. And Dogs of War. Wow. For a two-handed weapon, its damage is quite bad. Improves with level up. Okay, so that one actually gets stronger as we level up. So yeah, okay, we'll give him that for now. And then we'll move these to June, because we'll sell them. Did I pick up any armor? Yes, I did. Ah. So all the armor's for me. Okay, so let's sort me out first then. For this stuff. I can't use any of it. Okay. Alright, let's then check out this. Yeah, okay, that is really good. +3 attack, plus fire and cold damage. So yeah, we'll go with that. Air of confidence, extra willpower, always useful. There's the offhand slot. And then we have this belt, health regeneration. Pretty handy. Okay. Switching out to him. He gets the crest. He gets the crew of the band. Ooh, wow. +1 to attributes. So this is restricted to him specifically. So okay, it's him specific. Nothing for him. Anything for armor for him? Nope. Okay. Evelyn, Fenris. Okay. everything else in storage.
So, someone dropped off a message for you. It's on the desk.
Not before he gave it a shake to see if there were coins inside.
I was worried they would fall out.
Gamlen.
Stash. And then Fenris. We'll hold on to them because we're about to recruit Alan in the next video, so we'll hold on to them. That's the barbarian. So that's why I used up, because we quickly ran out of space for all the other stuff. So, like, this is for Carver, this is for Evelyn, Fenris, and Evelyn. So, put Fenris' stuff in there, stash. Okay, that's the Royal Collection, the Black Sheep Cache, the Apostate's Legacy. Okay, so this is all rogue stuff. You know what? There we go. Looking at there's not many variations for rogues as well, so. And since we only have Bianca at the moment, we can stash some of these. Do a weapon, do a weapon, do a weapon, do a weapon, 3, and then as for the armor, rogue. Carver, Isabella, which we have not recruited yet. Not recruited Sebastian. I have not recruited Isabella. And Sebastian. Now let's get to my stuff. Okay, now this stuff is for me, as I'm the only mage in the party. We got 2 extra points. Let's pump them into magic and willpower. Right, let's get to the inventory. 2 staffs. Freedom's Promise and Malcolm's Honor. Both improve with level up. Freedom's Promise levels up with deals extra damage against humans. It boosts spirit damage, well, it boosts all damage types. Malcolm's Honor, which is clearly named after our father, gives +2 to all attributes, +9 critical chance, plus... Okay, that mana regeneration. Okay, yeah, that's... I'm leaning towards Malcolm's Honor. Oh, yeah, let's go with Malcolm's Honor. I'll hold on to this one, though, because you never know when I might need it. But let's get to the armor. Fugitive's Mantle. Oh, that enemy drops better equipment, though, is really tempting. Herbs of the Pretender. Fugitive's Mantle. I actually like the look of the Fugitive's Mantle. But that's that ability, the enemy drops better equipment there. That is tempting. Well, we need to be higher level for everything else. So we can only we have these 2. bump in usability though. We do have armor for like clearly we have armor that we can equip later in the game. So I might not be as reliant on gear drop in the game. And it's only, and it does say equipment. So there's that. So yeah, I'll equip this. Let's get to accessories. Nothing from me. Gotcha. I suppose we get weapons and we get a bunch of armor pieces. So they were like, okay, we need some for our companions. So that makes sense. Can't equip, can't equip. I'll hold on to that. That's close. So anything level 6 and lower, I'll hold on to. Level 9. Ooh. There we go. There's some for level 6. Level 7, level 7. Okay, so the nearest boots will be our level 7. So we'll hold on to them. As for the accessories, I'm not recruited Merrill. I'm not recruited Merrill. And we certainly have not recruited Anders. Alright. And that is it.
I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago. Looks like the dog's trying to tunnel his way out of this hovel. Can't blame him.
Keep it down, dog. All that noisy dog breath, day in, day out. Make him stop.
He doesn't sweat like we do, and it's stuffy in here. You could open a window.
There. Isn't that annoying? Ah, blight take you.
Let's equip these with their new accessories. So the Ivo family crest was replaced by something that boosts his strength, health, attack speed. Okay, yeah, that's actually really good. And as for Varric, he gets a boost to all his attributes: critical chance, critical damage, damage resistance, magic resistance. Not bad. And he also gets another boost to crit chance. He gets extra healing, he has an increased attack speed, and he's immune to stuns. That is actually really not bad. I'm now tempted to check out their actual stats. So let's see here. Resistances. His overall damage resistance is 5%, magic resistance 6%, he has +2 fortitude. For myself, we have 12% magic resistance, 2% damage resistance, 2 fortitude. And for Carver, damage resistance 5, 6, 12. Not bad. So he has this about the same as Varric, but his fortitude is much higher. And let's check out its attributes that I'm looking at now. So his critical chance is 9%. Magic resistance, that's where he gets the 6th. His critical damage is 51%, so he adds an extra 51% damage to his crit hits. The health is now 92, not bad. Stun is 115. Damage is 44 DPS, Within, I believe, damage determines the effects of an attack when weapon against an unarmored opponent. Okay. Attack determines the likelihood that a normal strike from a weapon or stab will succeed in hitting an enemy. He has a 78% chance of hitting his opponents. That's cool. Defense is 9%. He has a 9% chance to avoid attacks. Armor determines how much damage the character can disregard from a physical attack. So he has a 40% chance, or is it 40% of armor determines how much? So 40% of damage gets mitigated from him. Sorry, to him. Not bad. Let's check out Varric. Critical chance is 50%, so he has a 15% chance of getting a critical hit. Magic is 6, critical damage, he adds an extra 64% extra damage. Stamina at 140, health 140. He has 28 DPS. He has a 63% chance to hit his targets. His defense is 28%, so he has a likelihood of dodging attacks. And his armor mitigates 29% of the damage that he takes. And as for me, we have crit chance 11, magic resistance 12. I add an extra 53% of damage to my attacks. Mana 205, health 117, DPS 20. I have an 80% chance to hit. Now that is another big difference. Your basic attack in Dragon Age Origins was auto hit. You always automatically hit your target with it. Now we can miss, but we do have an 80% chance of hitting. Our defense is 15%, so we are more like we can dodge attacks by 15%. And our armor absorbs 40% of any damage that it would likely hit us. So that's not bad. So that is an analysis based on the equipment we have at the time of when we first equipped them. I'm going to end this video here, and in the next video we'll be recruiting Evelyn, and then we'll be back here to outfit her, which I'm going to skip. Every time I need to come back here to outfit characters, we're just going to skip that right away. I'm the Celtic Nerd signing out. One name, one sky.